So, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel where we discuss all things Golf Wang and streetwear. And in today's video, we have a very exciting video to make. It's a video that, for no joke, I've been wanting to make on this channel for like almost 2 or 3 years now. And that is that Golf le FLEUR is finally here. We're finally seeing our first actual release of the brand. So as I'm sure a lot of you have probably seen already, there has been a sort of, I assume it's been like a little bit of a VIP event for the release of Tyler's new clothing brand, Golf le FLEUR. And if you've been a regular on the channel, pretty much ever since I started this channel, I've been waiting for this brand to happen. There's been numerous teases and a lot of amazing pieces that we've seen of this brand. And it's just been 2 years of me making videos, waiting for something like this to happen. And to say that I'm excited that it's finally here is nothing short of an understatement. I was out of town with my friends when this got announced. So it's currently 1 in the morning. It's 1 a.m. where I live, but I was just so excited about this season that I really wanted to sit down and make this video for you guys and kind of share my thoughts on everything. This isn't going to be like a super long video or anything. One, because it's super late and I've actually got to be up really early in the morning and I'm going to be out of town all day again. And another reason is that I'm waiting for a more kind of like solidified announcement, a more official announcement of the brand, because I am expecting that to happen really soon here in probably like a couple of days, maybe like a week or so. So before I really go into like the details of everything, I'm going to wait for that more solidified announcement of the brand. This is just kind of going to be an overview of everything that we know and everything that we've seen so far, kind of just from a little bit of a surface level, general overview type deal. So first things first, there was a Golf le FLEUR pop-up. I assume it was in LA or somewhere out in California or something like that, where they had this little like house looking thing. You should be seeing a picture of that up next to my head, seemingly out in like the middle of nowhere. It was like a really beautiful landscape. It had these amazing like beautiful mountains everywhere, and they had all these nice like amazing cars, like really beautiful old cars. You'll have to forgive me because I don't actually know a lot about cars, but they looked like, you know, some sort of like Rolls Royces or, you know, something like that. Cars kind of in that style. And they were driving people around to and from the pop-up in these cars, and they had these little like picnic tables set up in the back with people playing chess. They had these swings. They had like Stevie Wonder music playing in the pop-up, really just hitting home on that Golf le FLEUR aesthetic. And I just absolutely love everything that I've seen about the pop-up. I would have loved the opportunity to get to go to the pop-up, but obviously, unfortunately, it was a VIP event, probably for like friends and family only. But hopefully one day that store is like open to the public to visit. But from what we've seen from like Instagram and things like that, it looks like a really beautiful store. It looks like a great time, really beautiful place. And as far as the actual products that we saw at the store, I've talked about pretty much every single one of these products in a past video, talking about the unreleased or previously unreleased Golf le FLEUR pieces. Starting out with the accessories, we had some Golf le FLEUR scarves, a couple of those, some sunglasses, we had a hair pick, and there was also, it was either like a passport holder, I'm pretty sure it was a passport holder, but it might have also been like some sort of wallet or something also in the accessories thing. You'll have to forgive me because I'm doing this all like based off memory, all that we saw. Oh, and a notebook. There was also a little notebook. And then we also have the Golf le FLEUR French Waltz perfume, which I'm really excited to get my hands on. That's one of my most excited products that Tyler's been working on with the Golf le FLEUR brand. Really excited to get my hands on that. Also saw the nail polish, which is coming in 3 different colorways. We have an orange nail polish, we have a light blue nail polish, which is a really amazing color, definitely my favorite of the bunch. And we also have a glitter, I believe was the last one. So really amazing colors on the nail polish as well. I believe from what it looked like on the video, it looked like you could buy each nail polish individually. So if you only wanted like the blue, you could buy the blue or the orange or the glitter. And then it looked like they were also selling like a box set that contained all 3. There were also 2 different sizes of the French Waltz bottle as well. And so as far as like accessories go, I guess that's not really accessories. I would say that's more like beauty and self-care. But I would say those 2 are definitely the ones I'm most excited for, although I also really love the scarves and the sunglasses as well. And another great thing that we saw at the pop-up were the Golf le FLEUR trunks. So this is something that Tyler has been talking about a lot recently, and he's making some for le FLEUR. There are 2 that I remember seeing. There's one that you should be seeing next to my head. That's this cream one that I have talked about in a previous video. It comes in this beautiful colorway, and this is my personal favorite of all the luggage that we've seen so far, all the trunks. There's also a pink leopard print colorway of the trunks as well, which I believe is the first one I remember seeing. I believe it was sometime last year or maybe even at the Grammys, when Tyler won the Grammy for Igor, that we saw that trunk. So that's the first one I remember seeing. But the trunks are finally dropping, and we do have an idea about the price a little bit for the trunks. Now do keep in mind the price that we know is for the small trunks. So the one trunk that I'm talking about is the one that comes in that cream colorway with the leather straps and stuff. The smallest size, like the smallest size of the trunk, is coming in at like roughly $1,300 US. And I can only imagine that for the bigger trunks, it's going to be even more expensive. And Tyler has been saying that the Golf le FLEUR trunks are not going to be cheap. And that does seem to be the case if the smallest size of the trunks are coming in at like almost $1,400. But they seem to be handcrafted by this one company somewhere like in Europe. I believe it's England maybe. But they're like these handcrafted trunks. So I bet they're like amazing quality. So if that is in your guys' budget and you are a fan of the trunks, I would say that they absolutely will be good quality. Like I said, I like them, but they're a little bit out of my budget personally, so I'm gonna have to pass on them. But like I said, really like those as well. And as far as the hats that we've seen, there were some bucket hats, and there were also the Ushankas that we've been seeing Tyler wear a lot for on the Call Me If You Get Lost performances and on the cover art and things like that. Both of them looked really good. I've shared my thoughts on the Ushankas. I think they look beautiful. They're coming in a lot of amazing colorways. And the bucket hats were something that I don't previously remember seeing. And if they have been seen before, I don't think I've talked about them on the channel before. But it pretty much goes without saying that I absolutely love bucket hats. You guys see me wear it on the channel all the time. They're coming in amazing colorways. It looks like they're coming in like a mint, a pink, and also just it seems like it's a little bit of like just a classic tan bucket hat. All of them look beautiful, and the Ushankas as well, like I said. But one notable hat that we were missing, at least from the pop-up, was the F hats, which of course I'm sure as all of you know, as far as headwear goes, that's personally what I'm most excited for, are the F hats. Although the Ushankas and the bucket hats do look beautiful, and I definitely would not mind at all getting my hands on either of those. But it was interesting to see that they weren't selling the le FLEUR hats at this actual pop-up. I'm not sure what that means, whether they're going to come out at a later season, or if this pop-up was only selling like a small fraction of the clothes or something like that. Because just like with the rest of the pieces that I'm going to talk about here in just a second, also a lot of pieces that were missing from like the consos and the bottoms and things like that. So I'm not sure if the pop-up was just like a condensed version of just like a few pieces from the season, and maybe whenever we get the official announcement or when the season actually drops, if we'll get all of them or if they plan on doing another season like really soon. Not completely sure about that, but that was really interesting. I do hope those end up dropping though. Really love those. As far as the tops that they had at the pop-up, you had two different colorways of the leopard print le FLEUR vest. One of them is coming in that kind of bluish gray one that we've been seeing a lot of, that I've personally been seeing a lot of. And one's kind of coming in this weird, like, I'm not really sure how to describe it, but I really like this colorway as well. Both of them are really nice. I believe we've seen the second one in, I think it was the Juggernaut video. So both of the leopard print vests, and then we also have two leopard print button-ups. One of them coming in the same exact kind of blue and gray leopard print as the sweater vest, and then we also kind of have this kind of yellowish, like green type colorway coming in the button-up as well. I really love leopard print. I like all the pieces that they've done. I'm definitely looking into getting my hands on one of those. I'm not completely sure which one yet, whether I want to go with the vest or with the button-up, but I do like both of them a lot. Some of my favorite pieces that we've seen so far. But another thing to note is that we have seen more colorways of the le FLEUR vest, and I believe we've seen an additional colorway of the leopard print button-up as well that was not available at this pop-up. Once again, I don't know if those are going to be coming out at a later season, or once again if they just weren't available at this specific pop-up event. They had these short sleeve and long sleeve button-ups with these really beautiful rounded collars coming in. The short sleeve button-ups were coming in a white, a light blue, and a pink colorway. All of them were absolutely amazing. Oh, I love how they're doing these kind of like more rounded collars with le FLEUR, and I think this gives a lot of pieces a really unique look and definitely makes them stand out and adds like a subtle difference that I feel like can really give a lot of pieces that high-end look in a really subtle way. So I'm really happy that they're doing this, and I'm obviously a big fan of that look as well. Had some long sleeve polo type pieces with the rounded collars once again, one coming in a cream and orange colorway and one coming in a cream and blue colorway. And while I do really like them, I do hear that le FLEUR is going to be a little bit more pricey. And as far as pieces that I really want to get my hands on from le FLEUR, there's just a lot of other pieces that I personally have my eye on other than the long sleeve button up, but they are really nice. It's just not anything that I have my eyes on personally. And then another thing that we saw were a couple of polos as well. One of them was a variation of the polo that Tyler wore at the Grammys when he won Igor. Although this one is slightly different. The buttons on the one he wore at the Grammys were just like regular round buttons, and the buttons on the one that they had at the pop-up were like actual like le FLEURs, which I thought was really cool, a really nice touch. That one's coming in two colorways as well. I really like both of those pieces for sure. And then I believe finishing out the tops, the last pieces we had were the cardigans coming in the baby blue colorway and coming in the orange colorway as well. I've talked about both of these a little bit on the channel before as well. I really love both of these cardigans. It's one of the pieces I have my eye on the most with this new season. I definitely plan on getting my hands on one of them. I haven't decided which one yet because I do like like the orange, and I do obviously like the light blue. The only thing is I don't actually have a lot of like orange pieces in my wardrobe, and that one would kind of be really, really refreshing and a nice like new spin to kind of add on my style. Like I said, absolutely love light blue, and the shade of light blue that they went with is like gorgeous. So definitely have my eyes on that one a lot as well. But I really love all the tops that we saw at the pop-up event this year and everything that I have been wanting from Le Fleur. And then we had a couple of bottoms as well, finishing out what they had at the pop-up. I believe they had a pair of those like really unique shade of brown pants that I talked about in a video a little bit ago that I absolutely loved. It's another one of those pieces that I really have my eye on. And then I believe they also had a blue pair, a light blue pair of those pants as well. Of course, I really love those pants, but when it comes to pants, I don't like going for a lot of like kind of pastel, like pinks and blues when it comes to bottoms for me really, but that's just my personal style. I do really like them, but they're just not anything that I really have my eye on. I would much rather go for like the brown colorway or like a black or like a dark brown or something. And then I don't remember seeing them at the pop-up, but there was also a black and a dark brown pair of these pants that we've seen before as well. And then for the shorts, they had some pleated shorts as well. They had this kind of more of a whitish, like a bit more of a lighter colored khaki, and then they had a black pair and a dark brown pair of shorts, and I really like all of those as well. I think it obviously goes perfectly with the season. It's the perfect pieces to pair those button-ups and those cardigans and things with. Really have my eye on the shorts. I don't know if I'm gonna end up picking up any of the pants or not though, because I'm honestly like so stuck in my ways when it comes to like Dickies and stuff like that, and I just absolutely love them. So I don't know if I'm gonna be getting my hands on the pants. One, because I absolutely love Dickies, and two, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna be really expensive. So I'm trying to be wise with what pieces I'm gonna decide to pick up with this season, because I do know it's gonna be a little bit pricey. So I'm trying to be a little bit picky on what pieces I actually want to get my hands on. So I don't know if I'm gonna get my hands on any of those or not, but we will see when the season actually drops. But as far as a general overview of the season, guys, I think that's pretty much all I've got to talk about for right now. Like I said, guys, it's really late, so I didn't have a lot of time to film this video. So I'm gonna be going out of town like super early tomorrow. So I'm gonna be going out of town all day like super early tomorrow, and I wanted to get this video filmed and edited so I could upload it for you guys because I'm really excited about this. But like I said, guys, just stay tuned to the channel, because whenever we do get a more official announcement, whether it be a lookbook or something like that of the new season, I will make a video going a lot more in depth about all the pieces. So just stay tuned for that video. I'll make it as soon as we get that information available. But I'm pretty sure that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for checking this video out. If you like this kind of content and you would like to see more, definitely like this video and subscribe to the channel. I have a ton of golf and streetwear content coming moving forward. That'll do it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for checking this out. I'll see you in the next one.